All right, good morning, everyone. If everyone can please rise, we're about to sing songs. Let's greet God today.
Grace filling me with golden light, measureless blessing divine. God gives eternal life to me, perfect rejoicing is mine. Glorious the song ringing in my heart for my Father above. Gratefully I give offering to Him, triumph and glorious love. Joy surging like an ocean wave, flowing so deep in my soul. Hope rises as I go in praise, knowing that man will be whole. Glorious the song ringing in my heart for my Father above. Gratefully I give offering to Him, triumph and glorious love. High, limitless, eternal life, touching the top of the sky. Praise filling every part of me, blessing that never will die. Glorious the song ringing in my heart for my Father above. Gratefully I give offering to Him, triumph and glorious love. You've chosen me. You've chosen me to do your will. Thankful I vow to be true. I'm pledging in my heart of hearts, Father, my life is for you. Glorious, glorious the song ringing in my heart for my Father above. Gratefully I give offering to Him, triumph and glorious love. Glorious one more time. Glorious the song ringing in my heart for my Father above. Gratefully I give offering to Him, triumph and glorious love. Triumph and glorious love. Triumph and glorious love.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, we're going to continue our praise with By and By. Feel free to clap along, dance along. Okay.
By and by, when the morning comes, all the saints of God are gathered home, and we'll tell the story of how we've overcome, and we'll understand it better by and by. We are tossed and driven on the restless seas of time, somber skies and howling tempests oft succeed a bright sunshine. In the lands of perfect day, when the mists have rolled away, we will understand it better by and by. By and by, when the morning comes, all the saints of God are gathered home. We'll tell the story of how we've overcome, and we'll understand it better by and by. We are often destitute of the things that life demands, want of shelter and of good, thirsting hills and barren lands. We are trusting in the Lord, and according to His word, we will understand it better by and by. By and by, when the morning comes, all the saints of God are gathered home. We'll tell the story of how we've overcome, and we'll understand it better
to slow it down now. I think you guys haven't sang this song in a while, but it's one of my most favorite holy songs. He has called me, and I think especially in this time that I know there can be a lot of confusion, especially with leadership change or even just in our personal lives. But I think now is especially the time, especially with Chonchim One Providence, to simply stay true to your personal commitment to God and keep going to God and keep following God, whatever He's personally showing you. So I hope that all of us can connect to that point through this song. So yes.
The Lord is called, and I will go where He leads me. I will follow the same in sorrow as in joy. With one heart I follow my Lord, for none on earth can turn me back, not even death can stop me. No, none on earth can turn me back, not even death can stop me.
To barren valleys piled with bones, I will take the living message. To Sodom's foul and wretched streets, I will bear the word with love. I bind my heart, my life to yours, that it may be an offering. I bind my heart, my life to yours, that it may be an offering. To you belongs our full acclaim, all glory, power, and honor. The world's contempt I do not fear. I will gladly bear the cross, without esteem, without renown. I only wish to follow, without esteem, without renown. I only wish to Okay, we're gonna sing the last verse one more time. To you belongs.
To you belongs our full acclaim, all glory, power, and honor. The world's contempt I do not fear. I will gladly bear the cross, without esteem, without renown. I only wish to follow, without esteem, without renown. I only wish to follow,
Without esteem.
without esteem, without renown. I only wish to follow.
Please join me in prayer. Good morning, our most beloved Heavenly Parent and true parents. We want to thank you so much for this day where we have this opportunity to gather together as brothers and sisters and all having this common base as your children. I want to thank you so much for all of your guidance for us personally, that you've guided us here to be in this building, to be within this movement, to feel so much of your love, to feel so much of True Parents' love. And I'm so sorry if any of us have ever experienced any doubt, if any of us have even been rejecting your love as of late. But I really pray that throughout this time that all of us can simply have a seeking heart, a heart to seek your message for us. For there is this message that is for the whole, but we know that there's something specific that you want us to understand, God, something specific that you want us to gain throughout this entire service, maybe not even during the sermon, but even through testimonies or different events or activities happening throughout the service as well. We simply want to thank you for everything that you've been giving us, and yes, maybe this time is a little bit confusing, but we just want to simply have faith in your presence and your guidance. And I just really pray that we can declare this to you each and every single day, and that you can feel our love too, and that we're not just seeking your love. So I want to thank you so much, so much for everything, Heavenly Parent. Pray this in all of our names here, and in my name, Catherine Medina, daughter of Edgar and Eliza Medina. Bless your family, Aju.
Let's give a round of applause to our New Jersey Family Church Band. Thank you so much. And as you can see, we have a mother-daughter duo, Mrs. Medina and Catherine Medina, who's returned from GPAs, offering their voices to us. Thank you so much, band. And I'd like to ask everyone to please take your seats. Woo! It's good to be back. I actually just came back from 10 days, 3 days of training and a week-long Camp Aurora, staffing Camp Aurora up in New Hampshire at Geneva Point Center. And I was surrounded by 67 young kids from 3rd grade till high school, so I've got a lot of energy. I just came back from an incredible experience, and I just want to share that all good vibes to every one of you. So good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are feeling good, refreshed, brighten up, maybe sweating and feeling a little icky, but that's all great. It's all part of God's plan for us. And I also just want to shout out to Mr. Mitchell Bean, because he gave me a massage. You know, being surrounded by 67 young people is very tiring. I'm sure many of you parents know you have children of maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, maybe even 7 kids, but 67 is no joke. And so he just really lightened up my shoulder, so I'm feeling great. Is everyone feeling great? Yeah. All right. Then let's move on with service. So, of course, welcome, everyone. I'm so happy to see you all, and I'm glad that you're able to make it safely. And the first announcement I'd like to make is just really offering thanks to our Essex County volunteers this week. So if we can get the announcement slides up so we can see that. But it'll be up there soon. But let's give a round of applause to our Essex County brothers and sisters. Thank you very much. And next, of course, just want to remind you that you can always offer your tithing at the front. We have 2 offering boxes up here in the front during the closing song. And also, if you missed any services, like me, I missed last week, then you can always check out our YouTube page at NJ Family Church. At NJ Family Church. And then you can click on the live button, and then you can find all the videos of the past recordings of our services. So now at this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please stand up from your seats and greet each other. It's been a long week. I know there's a lot has happened, so just find someone, just say hello in front of you, behind you, left or right. Let's fill the space with the Holy Spirit. right, if you can make your way to your seats, but I invite everyone before you go sit down to please fill up these 2 rows. They're feeling a little vacant and empty. We just need people to be able to come in and fill up the front. And so if you, no need to stick around so close. Please feel free to sit in the front, everyone. It's open for everyone. All right. And at this time, I'd like to dismiss our young brothers and sisters to their Sunday school program or summer program. So I first would like to dismiss the pre-K and kindergartners. If you can please make your way to the door on my left, your right. And parents, please guide your children to their Sunday classes. So pre-K and kindergarten. And next, I'd like to call on the 1st grade and 2nd graders. You guys are dismissed. You may go to your Sunday summer program. 1st and 2nd grade. Next, can I call on the 3rd and 4th graders? 3rd and 4th grade, you know who you are. 3rd and 4th graders. And if I can ask the 5th and 6th graders, and 6th graders, you guys may go. 5th and 6th graders. And last but not least, if there are any 7th and 8th graders, if there are 7th and 8th graders, then you can head over down to your classes. All right. Thank you. I know I can count on the young people. They're always ready to take action and sit in the front. Thanks, guys, for being supportive. And welcome back, Aki. All right, so we're getting into some more of our main announcements. First, yes, I can ask the tech team to put it up again, but I'll be just reading off that the Chunshimwon prayer room, our Chunshimwon prayer room, just 2 rooms over there, is open every day from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. And we recommend that up to 10 people can fit at a time. But if, schedule has it and there's more than 10, that's not an issue. But we recommend for comfortability up to 10 people at a time. Please make sure to sign in you enter, sign in the guest book. And we also have an international prayer vigil from Korea that we're joining over Zoom on Fridays, every Friday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And everyone is welcome to pray at the Chunshimwon prayer room at any time. So please make use of that space at your own accord. And next announcement, we have, yes, it is the season of summer camps. And for what we as a community can still plug into is Camp Shihakwa. This will be from July 23rd to the 28th. And then that's the first week. And then there's a second week of camp from July 31st to August 5th. Please visit their website at campshihakwa.org to register. And you can also find their registration link on our newsletter and e-news. As well as between the 28th or the 2 weeks of Camp Shihakwa, there's a special weekend for the musical camp. So anyone interested in arts and being able to, and performance, you are welcome to join, and you can contact Mr. Christopher Bush for more information. And next announcement, just later today, we will be having a CARP General Assembly. Do you want to impact the youth's lives? Of course we do, because the youth are our future. And so led by our New Jersey CARP director, Mr. Jake Lavinia, and many of our CARP presidents and chapter leaders, they'll be gathering and presenting their plans for the future of CARP here in New Jersey. And I also heard that Kodan mothers are very supportive of CARP and in their efforts, so we really appreciate all the Kodan parents for supporting. And for anyone else who'd like to get involved and continue support, we want to invite you to join the CARP General Assembly later today at 2:30 p.m., 1 to 2:30, here in the fellow chapel. And next, we have BCSF. For anyone who'd like to play in a sport or even just be able to watch all the sports of our younger generation competing, then Blessed Cultural Sports Festival is the place to go. Go to bcsfusa.org to get more information and sign up and register yourself. This will be the final year as of yet, so far, that's going to be happening at UTS, as we know that UTS property is going to be sold to another group of people. And so this will be the final time that we're able to host it, so it's a very exciting and memorable year that we'll be all coming together and gather. And so I believe that is the announcement from me, but we have a special announcement. So I believe on this past Friday marked the 40th day that President Dunkley returned to the U.S. by True Mother's direction and became our regional chair as well as our national president. And so he made an announcement over to many of our leadership across the United States about some of the leadership changes or more of the clarity of the structure and the plan of how we as the American movement will move forward. And in this 40 days, he took this time to really pray at Las Vegas and Chunshimwon and prepare his heart, prepare the members' hearts, as many people are also able to go to Las Vegas and hear from him. But to give us the updates, the full updates from that, we're going to be inviting up Pastor Naokimi Ushiroda. However, he is driving his daughter up to Gloucester, Massachusetts in Morning Garden because she's going to be attending the Epic Divine Principle Lecture Workshop. And so he's going to be joining us by Zoom. So I hope the tech team is ready to be able to show Pastor Naokimi. Are you here with us? Can we hear you? Do you even hear me? Pastor Naokimi. All right. So, there he is. Yes, Pastor Naokimi, we can see you. But can you speak? Oh, tech team, either we're muted, he's muted, or our sound's not going through. Give us a second, Pastor Naokimi. We still cannot hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay, yes, we can hear you.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you now, Pastor Naokimi.
Hello, hello?
Can you hear us?
Okay, I'm speaking. Hello? Hello, hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
I am speaking.
Tech team, are we muted? Can you make sure we're unmuted?
Hello, hello? Hello, hello? Hello?
Let me text them and say you can speak.
Can you hear me? We can hear you. Okay, great. Sorry. Okay, good morning, brothers and sisters. So, yeah, so I am on my way to Epic. It's a workshop in Massachusetts. Just want to show proof that I am actually doing something productive here. There's my daughter and Shauna. Say hi. Okay, so that's my proof. But yeah, good morning. Thank you for hosting and being here today at our Sunday service. Yeah, it's been quite a journey, 40 days, kind of a wilderness course since the new presidency with Damien. And I had a farewell message about 6 weeks ago. And since then, I've been in Las Vegas most of the time at the Chunshimwon Rebirth workshops. I actually facilitated about 5 of them this past month or so. And there was a new updated organizational structure and some appointments that just happened a couple days ago. And so I wanted to update you guys on those, the new, especially my new role, also kind of the vision and future of New Jersey Family Church. Yeah, and hopefully you'll feel excited and hopeful about the future and what it holds. So yeah, I just want to reiterate again, thank you for all your patience. I know it's been a little bit unclear in terms of my role going forward, and I know that affects this community significantly. So, but one good thing is Yeah, in the time that I was away in Chuncheon 1, I felt like it was a chance for me to renew my sense of purpose, and through a lot of time in prayer, and also just spending time with Damien and the other members and leadership there, I do feel I felt a newfound clarity, I guess, in the direction that we're headed. I'm also very grateful for Dr. Yong and his investment this past 3 years. And I feel on that foundation, we can really continue to go forward. Some key points that I gained, the one I already mentioned that I'm excited about is this new understanding of really 99% of this motherly heart of God that we have yet to explore. And yeah, that's something that we've historically understood as really emphasizing the truth, knowing the principle, and that's how we really provided rebirth for people. But I think in this new age or this new era, the real thing that I think we have that's unique that we can offer society and the world is this understanding of the experience of God's love, particularly Heavenly Mother's love. And I feel like that's an untapped potential that we can really explore together and really provide as really a chance for rebirth and experience for members, both current and also new members as well. The other major development is the importance of the Chuncheon One. I think I've not really been, how do I say? Let's just say it this way. I think the reason why Mother is emphasizing Chuncheon One is really allowing every person to connect back to the Spirit of God personally and directly. So not just through our leadership, but really through a personal kind of connection, that all our challenges and issues can be resolved by really connecting in heart with God, our Heavenly Parent. So those are two kind of key things that I really gained past month. And one thing I forgot to mention what the new appointments were. So sorry. So yeah, basically I'll be serving as the chief of staff for to support Damien in his role as the president. Also, there's 3 roles. That's the first. Second is the Subregion 1. Instead of directors, it's called Subregional Senior Pastors. So I will be overseeing the different churches in the Northeast, Family Fed Northeast. But the third and most important is that, and this is what Damien asked me to focus on, especially the next 6 months, is really serving as the senior pastor for the New Jersey Family Church. So yeah, so if you'd accept me to serve in this role, yeah, I'll be serving as a senior pastor. And the one thing I'm excited about is, up till now, I've been kind of also, like, I assisted Dr. Yong in this role as a senior pastor, but I do feel like there's a newfound level of ownership and creativity that can be unleashed in this new role. So, okay. So I got 1 minute left, so I'll just wrap up here. Yeah, one thing I'd like to ask everyone to consider is to really visit the Chuncheon One, at least on a weekly basis. And really, yeah, my hope and vision is that we can create an active, thriving community that really allows every person, every member to experience God's love in all of our realms of heart, all the relationships that we have. So anyway, I'm going to be in Las Vegas again this week, then 2 weeks in Japan with my family, and I'll come back to Las Vegas for another workshop, and then I'll be back in person in New Jersey probably early to mid-August. So looking forward to seeing you all there. And while I'm away, please support and unite with the assistant pastors, Takino-san and Nancy. And I'll be communicating with them to really prepare the right foundation for the next 6 months. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Have a great Sunday, and I'll see you guys soon.
Woo! Thank you so much, Pastor Naokimi. I don't know if you can hear us, but we'll text you later, our love. And yes, heaven has called him back to remain as the senior pastor for New Jersey Family Church. So let's give a round of applause to Pastor Naokimi. As well as let's support him in his new national role as Chief of Staff, where he'll be more supporting President Dunkley on the organizational structure and operational side. And so he'll be, really busy managing both roles. But we are all here ready to support him. And also, of course, we want to thank him for investing in his children, or his child, Eddie, to go to Epic, as well as Shauna, driving her as staff. So thank you so much. Okay, so at this time, our main portion of this first half of the service is we want to really celebrate all of our consistent brothers and sisters reading and investing themselves in God's words. So whether it be the 1 hour, 3 hour, 12 hour, or the main text of the exposition of divine principle, or moving on further into Father's autobiography or Mother Moon's autobiography, we want to really acknowledge and honor those who have been consistently accomplishing the 100-time reading and the 30, 21, and so forth. And of course, this was an initiative headed by Dr. Yong, our former regional chair. But this was an encouragement for us to get into the daily habit of reading God's words, just like our Christian brothers and sisters are picking up the Bible every single day and reading it. So with that, I'd like to invite up our assistant pastor, Takino-san, to come up. And I'll be reading off the names of the brothers and sisters. And so if you are called, please come up to the front to receive your certificate and gift. And once you receive it, please just stand off to the side because we like to take a group photo, all of us together. So the first person that I like to call up is Hana Yamaguchi. And I would also like to next call up Yoshiki Nukui. Next, I'd like to call up Megumi Watanabe. And next, I'd like to call up completing the, that was the 1 hour completion. And so now, completing the 1 hour and the 3 hour, we have Miss Hannah Lewis. Completing the 1 hour and 3 hour, we have Yoshinao Nukui. Again, completing the 1 hour and the 3 hour, we have Etsuko Nukui. Representing his wife. And then we also have 1 hour and 3 hour completion, Kento Nukui. Yo, the Nukui family. Oh, yes. And also on behalf of Yoshiki Nukui, he'll be receiving the gift. And then we have 3 hour completion, Akemi Pakit. Next, 3 hour completion, Hiromi Kato. And then we have Miss Rosario Olgado. And then we have Kazuko Tomeda. Okay. And so we have 3 people who have, or this first person has completed reading True Father's autobiography and Mother of Peace, Mother's autobiography or memoir 10 times, both 10 times. And we would like to invite up Mrs. Yoko Matsumura. Absent. Okay, and completing the True Father's Peace autobiography 10 times, we have Mrs. Naoko Chamarinya. And our final awardee, completing the Mother of Peace 10 times, we have Hidemi Takezawa. Congratulations to all the awardees. Please come towards the center. We'd like to take a group photo. Smile. Let's give them another round of applause for their incredible commitment and achievement. That was wonderful. Thank you so much for showing your commitment, everyone, and yeah, really receiving your accomplishments. But at this time now, as we want to prepare our hearts and our minds for the sermon, I'd like to invite up the New Jersey Family Church Band once again to offer for them to give their musical offering. So let us welcome back up the New Jersey Family Church Band. All right, they're coming up real soon.
Okay, so the song we're going to sing is called Why God? And yeah, the title itself sounds pretty pessimistic, but it's more so explaining how, like, even though like all these different bad things happen or confusing things happen in our lives, or I guess, yeah, just in general, that we can, no matter what we know we can always go to God, or at least always have faith that we can always go to God. So yes.
Why, God, do people have to die? A daughter or a son, sudden and so young, long before their time.
Sorry, we're gonna start over. It's okay.
Why, God, do people have to die? A daughter or a son, sudden and so young, long before their time. Why, God, do people fall apart? A promise and a ring becomes a broken thing, a road that got too hard. I don't understand, but I understand why, God, I need you. It's why, God, I run to your arms over and over again. It's why, God, I cling to your love and hold on towards your life. And I find you are right by my side. Why, God, do we feel so alone? Every single day, fighting through the pain, hoping there is hope. I don't understand, but I understand why, God, I need you. It's why, God, I run to your arms over and over again. It's why, God, I cling to your love and hold on for dear life. And I find you are right by my side. Give me a faith stronger than I had. I need to know when it hurts this bad. You hold my heart when it breaks. I'm not alone in this place. That's why, God, I need you. Why, God, I run to your arms over and over again. It's why, God, I cling to your love and hold on for dear life. And I find you are right by my side, always right by my side, even here in the wild.
All right, thank you, Liberty County Church Band.
In our opening songs, we had a mother-daughter duo, but this time we had a sister duo. The one on the right, on our left, was Angie Medina, Catherine's younger sister, who's still, I think, entering junior year in high school. So it's really not easy as a junior to sing in a band in front of a big crowd. So once again, Angie, thank you so much. Thank you so much, New Jersey Family Church Band, for really preparing this spirit for all of us. Now at this time, we'd like to receive our main sermon from our assistant pastor, Nancy Jubb. So without further ado, please help me welcome up Pastor Nancy.
Ooh, okay. Good morning, everybody. It's nice to see you all here. So this morning, even right up till this morning, I was really thinking about what am I going to share today? What's really in my heart? What is alive inside of me that I really want to convey to you all? More than kind of like a written, prepackaged kind of thing. So we're going to go with the Spirit today and see what comes up. But I want to preface by saying Reverend Dunkley has really been emphasizing like new wineskins, right? Let's empty ourselves of our concepts and really be ready to receive new understanding, right? So we're going to test that today with the title of my sermon, which may be a little shocking for some people. The title of today's sermon is, "It's Not About True Parents." So, I've been part of the morning hundoke that New Jersey Family Church offers to people. And I've been noticing this like theme that comes up a lot as our members are gathering and we're kind of like, and there's been a lot of praise for true parents, a lot of like, wow, true parents are the most special people in the world, in God's providence. And I want to invite you all, not that that's wrong, but let's shift our perspective just a tiny bit, because the danger in really kind of praising true parents in that way is that we lose the understanding of ourselves also. And when you think about it, that's not actually what Father and Mother Moon, who founded this belief system, this movement, that's not actually what they want. It's not for us to say we are lower or worse than them. It's actually that through their teachings, we can understand a truer understanding of our value, of who we are, of who is God in my life. Who did God create me to be? And there's a distinction in that because it's not just about true parents. It's actually because of true parents. And there's a key distinction there because there is an element that is rooted in me, in my life. What I'm realizing on my spiritual journey is that my understanding of who Father and Mother Moon are, who our founders, the people who we call with so much love and reverence true parents, my understanding of who they are is only as far as I understand who I am, actually. Who God really wants me to be. And the deeper I go in understanding that within myself, who am I? Who is Nancy Makita Jubb, my maiden name? Who is Nancy Hyungyung, Hyunju, Makita Jubb? Who am I? Who did God make me to be? Why is that important? Because if we truly believe that true parents are the Messiah, which I think most of us here, we believe that, yes? Yeah? Maybe we have some new people here in the audience, and maybe this is a little shocking to hear. But what does that mean, the Messiah? Why do we need a Messiah? It's not to rescue me from being a bad person. No. It's for me to know God. Every civilization, every culture, every religion has a story about how we lost the divine. We lost a connection with the divine. And when we lost that, we lost an understanding of our value. Humanity, I think we can confidently say that humanity has really had a hard time understanding the value of life, right? That's why you go back to the dawn of time and everybody's killing each other. There's no value to life, right? But as we started to evolve and understand the value of life, it's like, oh, I can't kill this other person, right? That evolution is trying to find the divine. And then suddenly, there's the Old Testament era where like everybody's killing each other, right? There's other tribes are trying to kill you. Nature will kill you. Even God will kill you if you don't follow all of the commandments, right? But then here comes Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who says, God is not your Lord and Master. God is your Father. People are like, what? What are you talking about? My Father? What? But that understanding of an intimate relationship with God is what changed the world, right? And then here comes Reverend Moon and Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, and they're saying, I think it was like in the 1990s, Father Moon announced the completed testament age, right? That we're no longer praying in the name of someone else. We are reporting directly to God. Why? Why? To realize that we are God's sons and daughters. We have to realize this truth within ourselves. And so, the purpose of a Messiah is to teach us to understand who we are as God's sons and daughters. Now, they can give us tools. They can show us an example through their life, right? But it's up to us to really understand what that means for me, because our journey is each going to be very unique in the same way that you as a person are unique. Right? I can confidently say Takino-san's strength is like determination, right? Does anyone disagree with me? Everyone agrees, yeah? Yeah. That is his power. Is like when he sets his mind, there is nothing that can get in his way, right? And that is unique in his personality. That is something that I can learn from him. What's my personality is I'm emotional. I ride those highs, but I ride those lows too. And I'm learning to embrace that it's not wrong, but it's the direction with which I use those talents and abilities, right? That those moments when I'm in my deep lows, that's suffering. Instead of trying to run away from that pain, that's a moment when I can practice God's love, when I can practice the divine heavenly parent's love to myself. I can model that, I can practice it, and that is what it means to start to become one with God. That is the gift that Father and Mother Moon have given to us. It's not follow me, do everything that I say, copy everything that I do. That's like a child's level of understanding. And that time period is necessary. That's why in our culture there's an emphasis on absolute obedience. Absolute obedience is not just mindlessly follow me forever. Actually, if we only follow true parents, if we only just kind of mindlessly follow, then we are undermining their very purpose. Because how can I really know God if I don't take responsibility, right? So just doing because I've been asked to do, that's kind of a child's level. And to really get to grow up, we have to really start to ask ourselves, what do I need to do? What can I offer? How can I take initiative and give back, right? It's not waiting to be told what to do. So I'm going to go back to a quote that Father Moon gave in a speech in 1990 called The Fundamentals of Truth. With respect to the relationship between Buddha and his disciples, or if you were to ask Jesus, what do you desire of believers? They wouldn't say, I wish them to work as my servants for generations to come, would they? Christian ministers in prayer say that they are servants of God. Why do they offer such prayers? Are they satisfied only to be servants of God? Above the servant are the adopted son, the stepson, and the son of direct lineage. Since you recognize 3 stages through which to climb from being a servant to being his son or daughter, all other things being equal, wouldn't you just want to establish yourself as his son or daughter? Would you opt for being his servant? Now, he was talking about disciples of other religions, but I think this applies to us as well, right? The world looks at the Unification Church, and the running story in the media and what other people think of us is that we don't think, we just follow and worship. Oh, we bow down, you know? So we have to ask ourselves, is that what we're really doing? Is what I'm doing helping me to really understand who I am? Yes, we need to own it. Own it. And that looks different from just following. So what do we do to really know our value, to know ourselves, to know what God is asking of us? Well, if you really want to know who God is, right? I'm going to pull out this quote from the exposition of the divine principle. Just as a work of art displays the invisible nature of its maker in a concrete form, everything in the created universe is a substantial manifestation of some quality of the Creator's invisible divine nature. So from the divine principle, those of you who have studied it, we believe that the creation is created in symbol of God's divine essence, right? But human beings are created in what? Image. And so where do you think a richer understanding of God lies? In creation or in people? And even though we might be fallen human beings that are detached from God, we still come from God. God still made each and every one of us. And so rather than focusing on all of the bad and the horrible things, the things we don't like, the things that we're ashamed of, the things that we're afraid of, let's look for the divine within ourselves. Now, that's not easy. And actually, Father and Mother Moon have really modeled for us what that looks like. I want to try a little experiment with you guys. I want you to really understand what we possess within us, all right? So everybody, please close your eyes. Close your eyes. And I want you to slowly and silently count to 5. Now, keep your eyes closed. Do that again and see if you can feel or find where in the body the counting is happening. Okay, keep your eyes closed. And now, I want you to count again, but see if you can find the me that is doing the counting. Where is the me that is counting? Okay, and one last time, keep your eyes closed. You're going to count again, and this time, where is the me, the I, the witness, the observer of that experience of counting? Try it to see where is the me that is experiencing it. Okay, now open your eyes. When I first did that exercise, I was like, sorry, I'm gonna try really hard not to swear. Holy crap, there is a whole universe inside of me, like a cosmos. And we're not even aware of it most of the time because we're so focused on physical things, what's going on in my life, all of this stuff. There's a whole cosmos within me. God created that. And so if we really believe that we are created in the image of God, then we really have to get to know myself. In New Age spiritual terminology, this is called self-awareness. We have to develop self-awareness, really, really dig deep. When we learn about ourselves, it helps us actually to connect with others. When we dive deep into our pain, when we bring it out, when we heal it, we can hold more space for other people. So this is why we need prayer. But not just prayer. I invite you, if you're curious, also to try to develop a meditation practice. This morning, in our Hundoke reading, in our scriptural reading this morning of Mother Moon's autobiography, she said, every day I pray and meditate. And meditate. Prayer is in like an active voice, right? We're like talking to God. We're engaging with God, right? But sometimes we also need to take time to quiet our mind and really go deep within ourselves. That helps us to really embody the understandings. That things that we're learning don't just get trapped up here, but it starts to sink in more deeply. So we have to learn about ourselves. We have to learn the scriptures and the teachings of Father and Mother Moon, but then we have to put it into practice, right? Because without the experience, you can fill your head with as much knowledge as possible, as much, learning as you want, but it doesn't mean anything. Your life doesn't change because you don't put it into practice, right? But that's hard. It's hard, right? My 6-year-old daughter, who just graduated kindergarten and she's going into 1st grade, she's like learning how to write, and it's like, I feel uncomfortable watching her practice writing, right? She can look at the letters as much as she wants, but without writing those letters, no matter how uncomfortable it is, she has to put in the time and the practice, right? But then at the same time, we have this tendency when we start to try new things to practice, and then it doesn't work out, especially the older we become, we're like, I'm not gonna even bother with that, right? I see that in my sister who, my sisters and I were all in our 30s now, late 30s, and one of them is like, oh my God, another social media account, forget it. Like, I'm not learning a new thing, I just got the handle of this other thing, right? Because why? Because the learning is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. So rather than kind of giving up or being so harsh on myself, oh, I did this, I'm trying to do like a 40-day wake up early condition and I couldn't do it. Oh, I just scrapped the whole thing. No. Give yourself compassion. Practice God's love to you. Do you think that God, as your heavenly parent, is going to be like, well, you did a crap job, I can't take it now? No. So why should we talk to ourselves that way? We have to practice the voice of God in my mind and heart. Okay, Nancy, you couldn't get up this morning, but that's okay. It sucks, and it's disappointing, but it's okay. Just when you're ready, start again. When you're ready, start again. And this is something that I learned through meditation practice, because can I see a show of hands? How many of you guys have tried meditation before? Yeah? It's hard. It's really hard, right? We think that we have to sit in quietness and like get rid of all of our thoughts. But actually, that's not real meditation. It's not to get rid of your thoughts. It's not the absence of thoughts. It's the practice of acknowledging. Acknowledge. Oh, I'm thinking again. Come back to my breath. Oh, lost my got on the train of thinking. Come back to my breath. And it's this practice of acknowledge without judgment, without saying, oh, why can't I do this? Just, okay, start again. Okay, start again. Oh, I fell asleep. It's okay, start again. This is an act of practicing God's love. So an interesting fact, I was listening to an interview with Dr. Ron Siegel, who's an assistant professor at Harvard Medical School, and he once stated that no programs for children to improve their self-esteem have really actually been effective in kind of helping children to lead happier lives. So like teaching kids to be more proud of themselves hasn't actually benefited them in the long run. And actually, you know what the thing that actually does benefit, that does help your happiness in the long run? It's practicing self-compassion, teaching children self-compassion, modeling to them that parents love, that parents love. And I want to say that learning about ourselves, there's kind of this misunderstanding of like, there's this theme that comes up as you kind of dig deep into the spiritual journey. I mean, at least in New Age self-help, right? And it's like, what's resonating for you? But I want to state a caveat. It's not just, there's a big difference between do what I feel like, right? Which is a little bit, it's a hedonistic way of thinking. Oh, whatever I feel like doing, that's what I'm going to do. But have you ever noticed that a lot of what we feel like doing is actually it's a practice of running away from uncomfortable, right? If I make a lot of money, then all my problems will go away. If I win the lottery, I don't have any more worries. Wrong. There was a study done of the happiness of paraplegics and lottery winners to find out who was happier at like 1 year after those events occurred. Does anyone want to guess who was happier? Actually, neither of them. They were both equal in terms of how happy they were. So it's not these desires of like wealth or these things outside of us that determine our happiness, actually. It's not chasing what I feel like, but we have to understand, why am I chasing that thing? Why am I chasing that thing? Why? There's a really famous method developed by the founder of Toyota Industries back in 1930. He developed the 5 whys method to really get to the root of problems. Sometimes we ask, why did this happen? And then we kind of stick at like a surface level understanding, but it's surface. That's not the root. So you got to ask why 4 more times to really get to the root. That's what we have to do with ourselves. Why do I desire this thing? Why is this person annoying me so much? Why are they making me so angry, right? And then through self-awareness, we can break the patterns. That's something so precious that Father and Mother Moon taught us, actually, is to break patterns. Break the patterns of what society expects of you. Break the patterns of what you think you're supposed to do. Break those things so you can have a new understanding. Just another example is just yesterday, our kids were coming back from Camp Aurora and they caught a ride with another family. And my husband came into the kitchen and he kind of was like, oh, I'm kind of worried about like the parent who's driving, because like, did they drive up today or did they drive up last night? Like, how tired are they going to be? And they're going to have a van full of kids. And he was getting kind of worked up. And I immediately like snapped at him and I was like, oh my God, it's fine. Like, ask them. Ask them. I don't know if they slept. I don't know what time they left. You can text them and ask. And he was so hurt by my reaction. And I realized, oh, I snapped at him because I felt that he was expecting me to solve his problems. But that's not actually what he came to do. He was trying to share his heart. And instead of me understanding that he's trying to share his heart, I'm like, oh my God, I can't fix your problems. Like, why are you dumping this on me? And I reacted. But I had to ask myself, where did this reaction come from? Why did I snap at him? Why? Why? Oh, because I thought he was dumping his problems on me, but that's not what the reality of the situation was. And so then I went and I apologized to him. I said, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you that way. I completely misunderstood what you were asking of me by sharing those feelings, you know? But that only comes from practicing self-awareness, practicing understanding ourselves, where our pain comes from. This is why Father and Mother Moon say, don't avoid suffering, don't avoid pain, because it teaches us something about ourselves. And then, so just to kind of sum everything up, why does this matter? Why does it matter for me to really understand who I am? When you start to come into the fullness of your true self, the way that God intended for you to be, not this series of experiences where I'm just reacting without thinking. I'm just going with the flow mindlessly. But when we start to live really intentionally who I am and who I want to be, my best, truest self, then that is the best testament and testimony to who Father and Mother Moon truly are. Because people, it's not about going out into the world and it's not about just talk about them. Because that was their life, their course. What does that mean in my life? Well, how did it change me? That's what people want to know. That's what people want to see. Because what we understand from the teachings we received and how we practice it and how it changed my life, that's the fruit. Then people are going to be like, oh, damn, I want to be like that. I want to understand myself better. I want to really know who God is, who I am. We're all searching for purpose and meaning. That is happiness. So it's not about true parents. It's not about them. My life, I have to live my life. When I die, I'm gonna die. They're not gonna be waiting, standing there in front of God. It's gonna be me standing there in front of God talking about what did I do with my life. That's what true parents want for us. That's why they call themselves true parents. Parents, because we as children are to grow into full adult human beings in the love of God. And when you've tasted that love, when you've tasted it, I can't say that I'm a perfect person. I am not a perfect person. But I can say that I have tasted that knowing, tasted that experience, and it made my understanding of true parents' words richer and deeper because it helps me understand me and what God is asking of me in my life. And then I feel that love, and I'm standing up here, and that's what led me to ask to be an assistant pastor, to stand up here and to share this with you guys, because I want you to taste that. I want you to know how important you are. True parents cannot be true parents without you, without me, without each and every one of us. Can parents be parents without children? Not followers. Your value, do not throw away your value. You are who God is longing for. You are who true parents are desperate to really know that love. And when you know that love, you're like, oh my God, I want everyone to know this. I want everyone to know this love. I want the whole world to feel it. That is witnessing. That's witnessing. So, as we empty ourselves of the old wine, let's shift our perspective just a little bit. That true parents definitely have infinite value, but so do I. Can I feel it? How can I feel it? This is what we need to ask ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pastor Nancy, for your powerful words. And I'd like to just revisit some of the words that you mentioned. Because of true parents, we have hope. Because of true parents' teachings, we can go out with the old habits that we have and in with the new. And at the same time, when that's happening, it gets messy. So having self-compassion for ourselves, but also extending that compassion towards our brothers and sisters, knowing that we're all growing step by step. Thank you so much, Pastor Nancy, for that wonderful message. And do you have a question prepared for us?
Where are you feeling curious to learn more about yourself?
So the question that Pastor Nancy would like to reflect on is, how are you curious to know? Could you say that one more time?
So I guess, how are you curious to know more about yourself? Maybe that's through prayer, maybe that's through meditation, maybe that's through self-help books. But how are you feeling called or a little bit challenged, a little bit freaked out to grow? Yes.
And we'll take the next 5 minutes to reflect. And you can share with the person next to you. If you are sharing with a partner, please switch. Please switch.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Pastor Nancy. When I look at the Pastor Nancy, I always thinking, why God? Like I said, her world and my world totally different. And if she's not interested to come to Clifton Church, maybe we don't talk each other because totally in her living world and my living world, not different world. But still, God give me the opportunity to spend time with her and talking, sharing with her. So I was thinking when I look at Nancy's her face, oh, God telling me something you can learn from her, and I can grow. You, Takino, you are growing more. That I can feel. Like not only Nancy, even Pastor Naokimi, Pastor Crescentia. Something God never waste the time. God always have a plan for each person's growing. That's why I set up to you meet to this person. I set up you meet to like that. But today, I really feel that, we are different. Turmaza also sharing. We are differently living the different era. Not Old Testament, not New Testament, even not complete Testament era. We are living the Chon-il-guk era. That's how we can live in the Chon-il-guk era. That is actually now true parents want us to grow again more and more as a parents. So we have to think about what is the meaning of the Chon-il-guk era of the kingdom, living in the kingdom of heaven. We are all God's children. We are not fallen. Yes, some people always say, oh, I have this fallen nature, I have, then usually they don't talk, they're not easy to talk. God give me this gift. God give me this strength. Sometimes, I have this bad thing, that I don't feel anything, good things. That's the most painful time, parents when here. Especially parents hear, oh, I don't know why I'm living on this earth. Or I don't know, I know that I'm not worthy. I don't want to live anymore. That is the most painful word as a parent. Any parents, we don't want to hear, it's very painful, because all parents, when they see the new baby, laugh. Thank you, God. Wonderful baby here. I want to live for this baby. Anything I want to do for this, my baby. That is the heart of the parents. And never change that heart. No matter they said they don't like me or I'm not my children or don't close to me. No matter they say that, I always try to close to them. Anyway. Okay, so thank you, Nancy. Please join me in prayers. Be most precious heavenly parent. God, you are my parent. I love you, and you love me so much. And as you love me, you love all of the people. If I'm a valuable person, then my brothers and sisters, all your children are valuable person. Respect each other. Respect them. That is a parental heart. As a parents, they don't like to see children fighting each other, hate each other. Then they don't want to talk each other. If we truly love parents, God, we have to invest more time to our brothers and sisters. You don't have to come to see me, but love your brothers and sisters. That true parents give us a message. You don't need to come to see me, obey, kyonbei, but love your brothers and sisters. Such a world we like to create as a kingdom of heaven. We like to live in the kingdom of heaven. We don't want to live the past human history. We want to create new history centering on kingdom of heaven, God. I pray for everybody. I pray for my brothers and sisters. And I want to do something for my brothers and sisters here and in our community and nation. God never give us wasting time. God always has a plan to connecting each other. That's why when I see people here, that's God telling me, love them, and help them. Thank you, God. Thank you to the parents showing true love. I pray and report this. My name, Atsushi Takino, Namiko Takino, Blessed Central Family. Adieu. Yes, let's have a unison prayers. Adieu.
So thank you, everyone. I just wanted to, one last quick note. We'll be having our closing song from the band, and everybody will be coming up to offer your tithing, of course. But I really, really want to encourage those of you, who are tuning in online. Please, if this message today really sparked something in your heart, please consider making a donation. If, whatever you feel called to offer today, really offer it with the hope and the understanding that Takino-san, Pastor Takino, Pastor Naokimi, myself, all of the staff here at Clifton, we're working really hard to make changes to this community, that we can go out and share this word, that we can really go out and share God's love, not in word, not in truth, but in spirit, in experience, that people can feel that. So as you make your tithing, I want you all to know how much we appreciate every single penny that you offer, because all of that is supporting us to really give back to you guys, to you, and to lift you guys up so that you can go out and share your testimonies with the world and share the love that you feel with the world. So thank you so much. All right. And to the band.
Thank you, Assistant Pastor Teams, for leading us through the unison prayers and that message. And so, yes, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise from your seats as we close out. Let's close out with a bang. And we have our wonderful band to offer the closing song. So let us welcome up our New Jersey Family Church Band.
That's okay, yeah.
Sometimes the day won't ever end. Sometimes you just throw up your hands. It's the little things sometimes. Sometimes the world has just gone dark. Sometimes you're praying for a spark. It's the little things sometimes. But if you lift your eyes, see it in a different light. Just a cloud up in the open sky. Let the rain fall away, 'cause the day is beautiful. Lift your eyes, see it in a different light. Just a cloud up in the open sky. Let the rain fall away, 'cause the day is beautiful. Right now it feels so hard to breathe. Right now you're asking God, why me? That's what you can see right now. Because right now there's a greater truth. Right now there's a bigger view than what you can see right now. But if you lift your eyes, see it in a different light. Just a cloud up in the open sky. Let the rain fall away, 'cause the day is beautiful. Lift your eyes, see it in a different light. Just a cloud up in the open sky. Let the rain fall away, 'cause the day is beautiful. If you see more than what's in front of you, you might see more of heaven's view. If you see more than what's in front of you, you might see more of heaven's view. But if you lift your eyes, see it in a different light. Just a cloud up in the open sky. Let the rain fall away, 'cause the day is beautiful. Lift your eyes, see it in a different light. Just a cloud up in the open sky. Let the rain fall away, 'cause the day is beautiful. Let the rain fall away, 'cause the day is beautiful.
Thank you so much to our New Jersey Family Church Band. Today is beautiful, absolutely, Aju. So thank you so much for joining us, everyone, and also online. We just want to wish you a happy, healthy, and beautiful week, and have a wonderful day. God bless you all. Oh, CARP meeting at 1 o'clock. CARP General Assembly at 1 o'clock for those who are interested. Oh, and come to the front to meet our pastor team as well. Please greet the pastor team up in the front.
You just throw up your hands. It's a little thing sometimes. Sometimes the world has just gone dark. Sometimes you're praying for a spark. It's the little things sometimes. 'Cause if you lift your eyes, see it in a different light. Just a cloud up in the open sky. Let the rain fall away, 'cause the day is beautiful. Lift your eyes, see it in a different light. Just a cloud up in the open sky. Let the rain fall away, 'cause the day is beautiful. Right now it feels so hard to breathe. Right now you're asking God, why me? It's so you can see
that's what you can see right now. But if you lift your eyes, see it in a different light, just a cloud up in the open sky. Let the rain fall away, 'cause the day is beautiful. Lift your eyes, see it in a different light, just a cloud up in the open sky. Let the rain fall away.